your host, Audrina Camo, and on this episode we are watching the Tori Spelling Lifetime Classic, Mother, May I Sleep with Danger? So cuddle up in bed and get ready. So this film stars Tori Spelling, queen of made-for-TV movies. So the movie starts out with a bunch of cool 90s hip teenagers riding around in a Jeep, laughing, having fun. One girl gets out of the Jeep, is dropped off at home, kisses the boy goodbye. All this like nice, happy, wholesome music is playing. And then all of a sudden you realize like someone's watching her from afar. And then she's on her phone, like changing out of her clothes. Because I guess she just came from like a water park. And she's like, oh yeah, like I had so much fun with this cool popular guy from school. Kevin Shane, he's so cute. But I have to break up with like the guy I'm seeing because he's totally controlling. He's so controlling, so I have to break up with him. And all of a sudden, knock, knock, knock. Who's at the door? The boy she's about to break up with. So, his name is Billy Jones, by the way. So she goes to let Billy in, and he has like a little gift for her. And she's like, oh, thank you, it's so nice. And then he keeps like touching her. He's like, you're so perfect, you're so perfect. Let's be alone. She's like, no, I want to go hang out with her friends. And no, let's be alone. Let's go upstairs. And he sees that she's kind of cleared out all their stuff together, like photos. She's like, oh no, my dad's just painting the house. It's fine. And he's like, you're such a bad liar. He like pushes her down. Then they get in this physical fight, and she runs down the stairs. He follows her into the kitchen. She's like, don't you talk to me like that. Don't you touch me like that. I'm gonna call the cops on you. He picks up a like cutting board from the kitchen and hits her with it and kills her. He rolls her up in like this rug and puts her in the trunk of his car and drives away. And that's what happens to that poor girl. Next thing you know, Tori Spelling is another girl far away in college, runner. She's a smart kid in school. She finds out that she doesn't make the track team this year because her mother, who's really overprotective, told the school about the eating disorder she had when she was in high school. She's all mad about it. But her and her mom make up because, you know, they're mom and daughter best friends. She hints to her mom, I want you to meet this new guy I'm seeing. He's a med student. He's perfect. So her mom like makes all this dinner. It's takeout that she prepares nicely for her daughter, whose name's Laurel, and her new boyfriend who's come to meet the family. So Laurel shows up with her new boyfriend, whose name she says is Kevin Shane. Yeah, from before, the guy. But it turns out when the camera reveals who it is, it's not Kevin Shane. It's Billy Jones. Oh. So what happened was, this is really weird, but Billy Jones, Kevin Shane, and the girl that died because she got murdered by Billy Jones, and because she was secretly dating Kevin Shane, all went to the same school together. Kevin Shane is this rich guy. His parents died in this horrible like accident, skiing somewhere, and so because of that, he decided to take a year off college. And Billy Jones knew that, so he decided to take his identity to start a new life. So that we're caught up with that. So under the persona, Billy Jones takes that he's the other guy. He says the same story about his life, that yeah, my parents died in like this accident, I am a med student, taking on his whole life. And so the mom and the daughter believe it, not knowing he was really like a psycho. So that happens. And the mom's like, oh, he seems nice. He seems a little like he's rushing it because he's talking to them about having to move their life forward with Laurel and all this stuff. And she's like, just be careful, honey. She's like, I will be careful, Mom. And then time goes on, and he like is always following her. Like she's going for a run one night, and he meets her at her dorm, which is all girls. She's like, hey, where were you? I called you, you didn't answer. She's like, I was running. She's like, for 2 hours? She's like, I mean, what, were you dying? He's like, I will die without you, like creepy stuff. She's like, well, just call me Saturday. He's like, what? That's weird. He follows her into the dorm, freaking her and her roommates out. And he's like, so you don't like me anymore? She's like, I didn't say that. I just said, call me Saturday. I have a life. And he like freaks out and he sends her flowers during like aerobics class. She's all like, yay, we can be together again. I forgive you for being psycho. And so they're all together and he starts like being really protective, like, oh yeah, so she wants to go to like China to study. He's like, why do you want to go there? You should come with me, because he's a doctor who wants to help people. That's what he tells her. She's like, come with me to do like service work somewhere else, and da da da. And she starts like believing all this stuff. And then, so the first girl he killed because she loved him enough was blonde, and in this movie Tori Spelling's a brunette. So he starts like being all creepy, like, hey, you know, it'd be really hot if you're blonde. It'll freak your mother out because she doesn't want us to be together anyway. Like putting these crazy thoughts in her head. So she does it, and her mom's like, oh. She like cuts her hair off and says blonde looks just like the other girl that died before. And her mom's like, okay, whatever. And she's like, don't let him change you too much. Like, I want mom, getting all like in her head with him. And then like time goes by and he's trying to get her to like move away to his cabin off campus, but it's like really far and there's no phone there. Based on how he convinced her to move to the cabin off campus, and he keeps saying he's gonna order a phone, and exists before like cell phones were prominent, and the phone still doesn't come. And she's like going to class and stuff, and he's like following her around campus, and her mom hasn't heard from her in a while, and all this other stuff. And he's making stuff up, saying like he does like research on people, so he knows about her eating disorder history and all this stuff, trying to lie and said her mom told him, and all this other stuff, turning her against her mom and her friends. And then she gets wise to it one day when she tries to drive to school and her like wires in her car are cut, and she's like, I bet he did it. He wants to keep me here with no phone, alone. It's so crazy. And she gets her guy friend to like pick her up when she finds a payphone back to campus. He like sees this, like the Kevin Shane dude, who's really the other dude, you know. He like runs towards her, and everyone on campus sees him like running towards her like aggressively, and it's just a big scene. So she hears everyone on campus like, this guy's like stalking her. Meanwhile, so Billy Jones finds the real Kevin Shane by tracking his credit card statements, pretending he's him. He has all this information about his family, his mother's maiden name, all this personal information about him because he went to school with him, so he could pretend to be him. He calls the company and asks for the last transaction, which is a hotel. And so he goes to the hotel, kills him, kills the real Kevin Shane so that no one will like find out he's been lying, living as him. And then the mom is getting suspicious meanwhile, because she's like, why is my daughter being so weird? All she wants to do is spend time with this guy. She's not even living on campus anymore. I don't even know where she's living. She has no phone. I can't get a hold of her. She starts talking to detectives, trying to figure out like who this guy is. He tried to say he's trying to be a med student. He does all this work with all these great companies. She knows someone that works for one of these companies. They can't confirm that he works there. So she's getting really suspicious. She starts looking up his hometown. She sees a picture of the girl that got killed before, because no one had solved that crime. It's like, that looks like my daughter. I think it's the same guy. So the detective faxes over a photo, but it's not the photo of the guy that her daughter's dating. It's the real Kevin Shane. She's like, no, that's not him. They have a suspect, and they think it's the ex-boyfriend, who it's Billy Jones. She's like, send me a picture of him. Voila. Billy Jones is dating her daughter, not Kevin Shane. He's lying. He's a con. The mom must save her. But her daughter's at this cabin alone with this guy. So she, like, tries to get away, tries to pack her stuff, leaves the car running because she's scared because someone cut her, like, wires and she knows it's him. Just leave me alone. She's packing pots and pans firstly. It's like, you don't need all that. Just get out. And so she drives off. He follows her to, like, this club where she's at with her friends, trying to, like, get her mind off it. He beats up her male friend in the men's bathroom, like, saying get him to stay away. And then after that, he like talks to the bar, like, come on, give us another chance, let's talk outside. She agrees for whatever reason. They talk outside. He starts beating up random people, so she runs off, waits for him to leave the next day so he can get the rest of her stuff, which is, I really don't know why pots and pans are so important, and silverware, but whatever. So she goes and gets that, puts it in her car, and then he's like begging her not to leave, put it in. She's like, no, I gotta go. And then he comes out with like a bottle randomly. He's like, just let's be friends. Just have one last drink with me. After she's about to go drive, she shouldn't be drinking. Anyway, so she drinks it. Next thing you know, she's blacked out. He drugged her. Like, takes her car somewhere else. Calls AAA, and it's like, oh, she's drunk. It's not my car. I had to call AAA. you know, just to get a witness to say that like they saw her drunk in case someone tried to say he did something to her. And then, meanwhile, the mom talked to the detective, figured out what was going on. She's trying to go and find her daughter herself, and she accidentally goes over some spikes that messed up her tire. She calls AAA. They share the same insurance, the mom and the daughter. AAA has informed her that her daughter, some guy just used her daughter's insurance. She's like, what, where? She finds a location that way, gets the car fixed, drives towards the house that they're at, the cabin. Laurel wakes up. She's like, why'd you drug me? What are you doing? This isn't love. This is weird. Stop. You're weird. And then, you know, they get in this fight, and she's trying to get away, and she, like, hits him, closes all the doors and windows, waiting. He gets an axe, starts, like, banging in there, horror movie style. It's crazy, right? And then, like, she escapes, goes out the other way into the forest, and the mom shows up when that's happening. And then the guy tries to, like, attack the mom, and then he runs after Laurel, and then Laurel, like, by that time gets in a canoe and was, like, rowing, and then all of a sudden he, like, jumps out of the water and, like, grabs her and pulls her in the water and flips the canoe over. It's really dramatic. And then the mom eventually comes, and the Laurel gets out of the water and comes to surface, and it's, like, running towards the mom, and then the guy comes out, and he's, like, trying to kill the mom and the daughter. So Laurel gets the idea, like, let me pretend to go along with it. And she's like, no, you know what? You're right. My mom was against us all along. Pushes the mom in front, like, yeah, get her, so we can be together. And then, so he, like, goes at the mom, but meanwhile, Laura has, like, a big stick behind her and, like, hits the crap out of him, knocks him out. He falls in the water. The mom and daughter run away. They look in the distance to make sure he doesn't get up again. He never gets up again. And they're like, oh, we survived. Everything's all good. Next scene, another girl with short, cropped, bang, blonde hair, exactly like Tori Spelling's character, and the other girl from before is like, I have a date with my new boyfriend. Turns out it's the same guy. He's still at it. And that was Mother Can I Sleep with Danger. Thank you for watching Addiction of a Lifetime. I'm your host, Audrina Camo. Make sure you check us out on Tumblr and YouTube. And thank you for watching.